Hey yo, is this thing on? Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy Red, Southern Cali. The Outlaws are back. If you didn't know, now you know. This is the best show on the block. Guaranteed to be the best. Something else, something new, something original, something to get you to break outside the box, restructure your mindset, reanalyze the norm, get you to think, implement, strategize, re-strategize, blueprint, put it all into effect, and see what you come up with as a result, product, reward for all of your hard work and dedication that you consistently put in to level up your life day in and day out. Life will reward you for all of your efforts. It's guaranteed. It's cause and effect, right? It's actions and reactions. Like every action gets an appropriate response, a reaction. So when we go ahead and we implement a whole bunch of positive actions into the world, we look forward to a positive response. Now, there's no perfection behind it. So we might run into like obstacles or speed bumps. Like we do the good thing, we do the good thing, we do the good thing, and then there's like cliches out there, nice guys finish last. So what that kind of emphasizes is that when you're gonna take the moral route, the noble route, it's gonna be more difficult. It's gonna take longer. You're gonna have more setbacks. You're gonna have to wait. Like, so patience is gonna be a virtue. And then there's gonna be a lot of working on yourself so that you can suit the role when you get into the proper position, when life puts you in the proper position. Like, for example, yesterday I was over here running the second building because I work alone in the second building, or I have a partner in the second building. Yesterday I was alone, and I ran into Big P, and we were talking, and he was like, "Is that you? Is that you in the mornings? Are you the one that shows up early? And yada yada. Is that your ride?" I go, "Yeah, that's me. That's me all the time. I see you all the time." And the uppers told me that to be aware that you're the one that comes and opens the facility, yada yada. And he was like, "I had no idea it was you. Wow, what a relief." And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Yeah, well, I come in here early in the morning and I open up the building, and then I go over to the next building and I open up over there too, but I'm not supposed to open it up and leave it. Usually there's this other guy here, one of the other mains, and I leave everything to him, but sometimes he's not always here, yada 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 yada, but you're always here. I didn't know it was you. I would have been leaving the building and everything to you every fucking day for months now." And then he shook my hand and he was so happy and grateful that I exist, and my habits are the way they are, and I'm naturally doing things because it's just a part of my lifestyle. It's just a part of me, and these habits that create me into the person and the version that exists today happens to be very welcomed and accepted and appreciated and valued. This was not something that I've always received from life. This is something that I've received after a whole bunch of hard work and dedication and consistent working on myself, and then putting the effort externally here at work. So you could tell that there's trust. We have a multi-million-dollar facility here, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so glad it's you, because I could leave you all this responsibility. I trust you with all this responsibility. We got you back here in the second warehouse, basically running this shit because we trust you with all this responsibility. From the day you showed up, everything written in your resume told us you're the type of guy that could run this company. You're the type of guy that has the education to be the CEO. You're the type of guy who got the credentials in project management. You're the type of guy who's got all the credentials in building construction. You're the type of guy who knows contracts and documents and blueprints. You're the guy who knows how to build. You're the guy who not only knows the front end hands on, you also know the office work. And not only that, but you get along with everybody. Your HR skills are fucking on point. We're just grateful to have you around. Now, the position isn't open for that massive level up, but the acknowledgement of who you are and what you bring to the table is there. In this world, you can get trained for anything, right? So you apply for a job, you show up, and they give you the job. So then you have like 90 days to train for that position. And not like you come with all the fucking insight and information to suit the role. But the biggest advantage of starting from the inside at the bottom is that you learn everything. You know everybody. You know where all the materials and everything is at. You know how the company runs. You know the rules. You know the regulations. You know the standard procedures. And so they just incorporate you with more knowledge, more tools, more understanding, and more power and more authority. That's basically all you're going through. So the advantage from starting from the inside and working your way up is a huge one when it comes to the actual insert into that type of position if selected, because you have an overall humongous advantage compared to anybody else who's coming in fresh. Even if they got like results of other companies and stuff, unless they're like the fucking straight up MVP of all time, you could train somebody to be the MVP if they have personality traits and characteristics, because that other person is formally set in their ways, and you could train somebody to be more teamwork oriented if certain seasoned folks don't see eye to eye with everything that the company has in mind. So y'all, it's Cinco de Mayo. It's Cinco de motherfucking Mayo. My work. So anyways, good morning, y'all. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hopefully having a great day, but beyond epic, better than average, better than original, stupendous, glorious, blessed, phenomenal. I didn't want to go to work today. I was fucking sitting there thinking of every variable, every excuse that I could tell myself to justify calling in sick to work and taking the day off and just resting, because I felt like, oh, I need to rest. But in that moment in time, I felt like instead of taking this day off on a personal note, I could save the fucking sick day and I could plan it with my son. And instead of taking a personal day off and just staying home and resting, I could suit it in a format where I could take the days off for sick days, head down there to see my son, and then link it onto the weekend and turn it into a small vacation. I could use that strategically, or I could just fuck it off today and just whatever. And later on, when these certain days of opportunities come up, I'm not gonna have the advantage, free time, pay time off to go and do everything I want with my loved ones. So that the executive decision I took was to show up to work. I thought about my son and I thought I should show up to work today and I should plan a fucking day off with him another day. But to take this day off selfishly, and he's over there at school busting his ass to produce a better future, better outcome. He got fucking straight A's in his progress report for the end quarter, right? He got straight A's right now. So with that in mind, he just inspires me to show up to fucking work today. He inspires me to keep moving forward. He inspires me to keep being a better person. He shows me that it's in my genetics, it's in my blood to be that fucking smart. He came out of these nuts. That little young man came out of these nuts. And that young man is superior, intelligent, kind, loving, responsible, caring, and genetically, aesthetically, he's very tall, handsome. Like, what the fuck came out of my body? Whatever it is, it's inspiring because that's a piece of me. And whatever he putting out, that's above standard. It's amazing. It's difficult to get straight A's, guys. It takes a lot of dedication. It takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of heart to just excel in school, right? He's doing it. And so, since he's doing this, I woke up and I try to put excuses on my own life and my own journey, my own path, even for a second. And I'm your coach, I'm your chief, I'm the leader of this channel, right? And I'm over here sitting down telling you that I had the moment where I wanted to put excuses and I wanted to go ahead and play hooky and ditch work for the day and be a normal, non-responsible adult. I mean, I was gonna take some sick time, so I was gonna get paid for the day, but I could have used that time for some other time which suited the moment better, which is irresponsible for what I have going on, right? It's responsible. I mean, it's not irresponsible because you're getting paid and it's something you can do and it's available to you. And so it's not really technically responsible, but um, you know through wisdom that you can use this day in a more appropriate manner. That's responsibility, and that's maturity, and that's being an adult. That when when you're sitting there coming up with these type of responses to life scenarios that you've basically reached the point of maturity, and that's it. You're an adult now, but you're a pretty good one. So you basically got the mindset of being a really mature, responsible adult. So it's Tuesday. It's Cinco de Mayo. It's a Mexican holiday. We're in America, so not a big deal. Yesterday, they had food at work, and they had Mexican food, right? Tacos. Man, they had this motherfucking Chinese guy making tacos. It was this Chinese guy, and he had a fucking restaurant company, and they do catering, and so they catered the event, and the usual caterers weren't here, and the usual caterers are off the charts. Bomb delicious, and I usually get 2 plates, and the company like, go ahead and get 2 plates, fatty. You know what I mean? They don't mind. Yesterday, I got 1 plate, and after I ate and I was fucking back to work, I wasn't feeling it. I was like, something not sitting well with me. Like, fuck that shit. Like I now like that brings me to the example. It's like some people have this natural ability to become very good in a certain area, but when they transfer over and they try to do something different, it's just not the same. And like, fuck, man, like stick to what you're good at. I'm pretty sure you're good at Chinese food. Instead, you try to do Mexican food, and I mean, sure, you got the fucking job, but to somebody who knows authentic Mexican food, that shit sucked. And it kind of made me sick. And I got fucking heartburn today. Ugh. So, anyways, y'all, today's Cinco de Mayo, and then I'm planning a trip with my son soon. I got a new wardrobe change or whatever, so it's all coming in the mail soon. So I'll show you all that, so you can see what I'm up to, and it's just like a humbling. Like, look, this is why you work hard and stuff, so you can get rewarded. So life can give you these types of options, and you can go ahead and enjoy these little things. I mean, you work fucking hard to enjoy this. I mean, the money's just gonna sit in your fucking bank account, and it might accumulate, but at a certain point, it like you're doing all this work for no enjoyment. Like, you're doing all this work to stay morbid and bitter, and you're doing all this work for what? you're not enjoying any of it. So that's where I'm trying to get at, that we need to come to a balance where we work really, really hard and we stack them chips, but at some point it's not as important as it seems to be so fucking dead ass strict that you have to hit every meticulous detail, and you have to wait 5 fucking years to go and buy yourself a piece of clothing, a tire, because you're so dead ass strict, and you're wearing scraps and ripped clothes and eating fucking white rice when you can obviously afford much more, and you can obviously level up your quality of existence, in a manner of getting some better shoes so your feet will thank you, getting some better quality material clothing so your skin will thank you, getting some products to clean your pores on your face and get rid of blackheads, and go ahead and do the deep cleaning so your appearance will thank you, things of that nature. um that's that's the reward you get. You get to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You get to enjoy some of the harvests as they come, and not every season comes with a fucking amazing harvest, but don't forget to enjoy the fruits of your labor. They worth it, because it's a it's an acknowledged in your face reminder that you're on the right track, that you're doing the right things. And it has nothing to do with outside validation. Like, you're not going out there and buying these clothes so people can validate you and tell you you're doing good, and yada yada. You're doing this because it's it's something that helps you feel better, gets you motivated, inspires you, benefits you, and it's something to be very proud of in a humble manner, because it kind of odd. This one's odd. You work really, really hard to receive the rewards, and then life rewards you. But then there's people in this world who don't work very hard for shit, and they feel entitled. And when they see God bless you, when they see life bless you, it fucking pisses them off. They get very jealous. It makes them very insecure. They get very hateful and angry and bitter. And you're caught up in their sick mental cycle. And not your fault that they just don't have it in them to produce and have life reward them, and not your fault. So thing about it is when you're walking around being blessed, it kind of might be triggering to others. So do it in a humble, modest fashion, so you ain't gotta go around and get all the diamonds and the diamond jewelry and the rings and flashy gold and Versace and all, cause that basically a billboard to all of these other people who exist, that you don't give a fuck, and you got so much excess that if they take your fucking chains and your shoes and all, you can replace it. You can replace it. That's the mentality behind it. Like that person got so much excess that anything we do to women, not a big deal. So when you do come up, flashing it is dangerous, and knowing how to maneuver is very important. And splurging can become dangerous too, because the splurging is a habitual trait, and once you get addicted, or once you get triggered into habitual spending, you might start off with $2 expenditures, but in time you're just habitually fucking spending now. So it might end up being $100,000 expenditures back to back continuously, and those are the ones that are actually going to break the bank, the big ones. But the little ones start the cycle. They start the snowball effect downhill of a cycle of expenditure that's attached to habitual human nature. So y'all be very careful, and the cycle of financial intake and financial release. So you can get very addicted to saving to the point where you abstain from everything else in life, and life becomes very gloomy and very boring and very morbid, while your bank account is very healthy with a big ass smile on the face, but you're not enjoying it, and it has to do with habitual traits. So there's a balance between taking it too far and too extreme on either end. There's a balance where you're able to spend and enjoy while still saving. There's percentage markers that need to be broken down. And then we'll talk about this later. We're at 20 minutes. I'll catch y'all later. Have a great day.